the session paper number 01 of 2022, National Automotive Policy. Madam Speaker, this is overdue. We needed to actually have implemented most of these suggestions that are put on this session paper. Kenya is a country that is still developing. We still depend almost 60 to 80% on importation of vehicles from other countries. By doing so, Madam Speaker, we are spending a lot of our money outside the country. As we are going to approve this session paper, it will help us to improve our local manufacturing. It will help us to invest in our own country. It is going to create job opportunities for most of our youth who are unemployed, and not only the youth, the citizens of this country will get an opportunity to actually be employed in most of these manufacturing industries. So as we move forward as a nation and as a country, we need to look for more opportunities, but this is one of them, having or an assembly plan based here in the country, also encouraging our Kenyans to buy Kenyan-made vehicles. I know most of us as Kenyans, we import our vehicles from Japan, from Germany, and many other countries. And their economies have continued to grow because we support from our country. But as we move forward and as we change these policies, it is going to help us as a nation to increase our GDP, to increase the ownership of vehicles, coming up with maybe ownership schemes where people will have to invest in so that they can buy a vehicle. A common person sometimes may not have cash, maybe 3 million, 4 million to buy a vehicle. But if we can, as a nation, come up with a scheme that would, like housing buying schemes, this would be also vehicle buying schemes that would allow the common mwananchi to own a vehicle by just depositing a little bit of money, and then he gets a chance to buy a brand new vehicle and just pay slowly because it's manufactured here. That way it will help us. We will also try to encourage corporations or companies to do leasing, brand new vehicles to lease. That way they'll be able to continue purchasing the locally manufactured vehicles in the country. That way our GDP will continue to grow, our youth and our people will continue to get jobs, and we will continue as a country to be self-sustained. We need also to implement low-emission vehicles in our country. If we are talking of climate change and making sure that we have a country that is not polluted, then we need to make sure that most of the vehicles which are on the road, which are emitting a lot of dangerous gas, should not be operating on our roads. So I think as a policy, we need to make sure that it's implemented. The police should be looking out for some of those vehicles which are truly emitting a lot of unnecessary gas. And then as well, we encourage electric vehicles. If we continue as a nation to depend on fuel, as we saw during the last few years, the price of gas has continued to go up. And as it continues to go up, it will really affect us as a nation because we depend on it. So if most of the vehicles will be electric or even solar, that means we are going to reduce our dependence on fuel, and we will be able to save more. We will not be importing as much fuel as we should. So I think part of this policy is truly to encourage Kenyans to actually, as we will be manufacturing these vehicles, we manufacture some of the electric vehicles that will consume less gas. So I am just for the, I support this motion, Madam Speaker, that as a country, we should pass this motion and encourage it. And also, the issue of reducing the number of years that we're allowed to import a vehicle. At the moment, we are talking of 5 years or less. They say by 2024, it is going to be 3 years, and then we'll end up to 0. I don't support it. I think also people should still be given an opportunity to import a vehicle. It may be 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. We should not completely go to 0, where you cannot be allowed to import any vehicle. You should still be able to, but the vehicles that will be manufactured locally should be cheaper and affordable enough for local citizens to be able to own a vehicle. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I support this motion.